So hi guys, welcome back to the Cultured Corner. Today I'm here with Daksha. So if you just tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi Ebony, really great to be here. My name's Daksha Piparia. I run Folzo Creates. I'm a member of the Covert Arts Collective. I'm also, a director of a couple of different companies, Piparia Consulting being one of those. Also a community interest group company in Coventry called Teen Springboard, which teaches young people about horticulture and get some qualifications, particularly those not in education, employment or training. And I also do some work in the water industry around consumer advocacy. So I spin lots of plates.
That's really cool. So the first question is, what is self-love to you, and how do you express it? How do you show yourself self-love?
What a great question. Yeah, what a really great question. How do I express self-love? So self-love is actually allowing yourself to do the things that you enjoy doing guilt-free. As a woman with a partner and offspring, we spend so much of our times giving and giving and giving. And I guess it got to a stage in my life where I was just like, everyone wants a piece of me, everybody. Yeah. So for me, it's taking that time back, guilt-free, and doing the things that I enjoy doing. So I took a trip this weekend to see my daughter. We hung out, we did all the things. Luckily, we both like doing the same things. So we did a whole bunch of stuff that we both enjoy. Painting my nails, love painting my nails, love putting on makeup, love putting together an outfit. You know, I love doing all the girly stuff. I love walking in the countryside, and actually I really do like being on my own. So for me, self-love is about being on my own, doing the things that nurture my spirit and release me from day-to-day stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So like, how did you find, with self-love as well, so setting boundaries is a big part of it, and obviously in being a partner and a mother and director of so many things, how did you, it's dealing with that guilt of, I do want to take this time out for myself, but so many people rely on you. How did you deal with that?
Yeah, actually it's taken a long time to reclaim that time and for other people to get used to it. So I think it's been a gradual process over a number of years, particularly when my offspring don't need me as much anymore, and then suddenly gaps start appearing in your diary, and for a while it was like, oh no, what do I do with myself? Like, people don't need me. But then I found out, I was like, oh, that light bulb moment of, oh, I can do whatever I like. I can do whatever I like. Yeah. And making sure that everyone was aware that I can go and do whatever I like, and it doesn't mean I love them any less, or I'm not going to be there for them, but also that I need teaching them that I need that time to be the best version of myself for them too, as well as for myself. I think I read somewhere something about the secret to happy and successful relationships is actually bringing your best self to the table and giving your best self. And I think looking after yourself physically, mentally, spiritually ensures that you bring your best self to the table. So it's all of those things.
That's really cool. So obviously tied in with self-love is confidence. So what is confidence to you, and how have you used that to go after the things that you have in your life?
Another really, really great question. So at school, teachers used to describe me as quietly confident, and I think I've kind of maintained that theme throughout my life. So I'm not actually very loud or in your face. I'm a listener more than a talker, and I guess I've used those strengths throughout my life to actually learn and grow and develop. and knowing that I know what I'm talking about, knowing that I deserve a seat at the table, that all that brings confidence in everything. And then when that's reflected back to you in people's kind of support and acceptance and invitations, people want you to sit around their table because actually you know what you're talking about. So quietly confident. You don't have to be loud and out there and in people's faces to have that confidence, and actually the only person that the confidence really matters to is yourself. You've got to believe that that you've got it, you can do it, and you're going to be fine.
I think that's a really good point, because a lot of people associate like being confident with who is the loudest in the room and who's making the most noise and stuff, but that's not always it. No. And it's literally just how everyone expresses it. Personally. So tied into confidence now is a question about self-belief. So why do you think that self-belief is important, and how do you install self-belief in yourself? Like, how have you done that, and how do you continue to do that? Because obviously process, you don't just believe in yourself and that's it for the rest of your life. Obviously we were talking about it at the workshop about body positivity. It's the same,
self-belief. It's super important to believe in yourself, and actually to really believe in yourself. So we go through life, and there's stuff you don't know how to do and there's stuff you know how to do, and there's opportunities and missed opportunities, and things go wrong, quite a lot actually. I think self-belief comes out of whatever happens, I've got this, something terrible is happening right now, but I'm going to get through this. I have the resources. There are people around me that I can rely on, that I love and that love me. It's about even when I don't know the answers, and even when I don't know what to do, I will figure it out. And, there was nothing, I guess I say this a lot, my kids must be really bored when I say this, but it's like everything can be fixed apart from death, apart from, ultimately, dying. Everything can be fixed. So whatever awful thing has happened, it's going to turn out okay in the end. I've always believed that. I've always believed that there's a reason something went horribly wrong, possibly. And there's and I don't know who told me that. I think a lot of that self-belief, I guess, comes from, I had such an influential parent who put me on a pedestal when I, all the way through my very early childhood, and then he died, which, I was 11 years old when he died. But what he used to tell me almost every day was, you're brilliant. He used to tell me all the time, you are brilliant. He put me on a pedestal, and couldn't do any wrong. Turns out I could fail exams. He didn't tell me about that. But I still have that belief that I can work it out. Even when I don't know, I can work it out. And I think that's probably how I maintain my self-belief, is even when in situations, which happens a lot, I think, I really don't know what to do here. I allow myself to let go of I don't know and beat myself up about it. And somehow the answers come. Somehow a solution arrives. And I don't know whether that's external to me or not, or whether that's just the way of the world. But the other phrase that I bore my kids with is, the universe will provide. Somehow the thing that you want is heading its way to you. You just really got to want it, and it will arrive. So a belief, some sort of belief in something. I can't claim to be a religious person by any stretch of the imagination, but I guess the things I do believe in is, I think if you approach life with integrity, with some ethics, people will pick up on that and people will support you. and that has always been true. I've been working for quite a long time, for the last 30 plus years, and you attract those people. You attract the people that will support you and yeah, provide some of those answers with you.
And your energy. And that's what I was gonna say. I watched a podcast maybe about a year ago now, and like the lady, I don't even remember her name, but she said everything is figure outable. And so for a long time, that's what I used to use. And if I have a problem and I don't know what to do, I know that there's some way to figure it out. And even if I can't see it now, it will come.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget, but then having that reminder, I think that's why I have to do this podcast, so that I can have that reminder.
Yeah.
You're always from different people. So obviously those are the main 3 questions. I don't know if you have anything that you want to say. Obviously Cultured Waste is all about confidence, body positivity and self-love. So maybe what advice would you give to people who are just starting to learn these things and maybe thinking they're doing it all wrong, or really it's just like a
So I think the thing that I've coached women over the years. I still do a little bit of coaching now, and the thing that I like to leave people with is the version of yourself that you are now is not forever. So the person you are tomorrow could be a completely different person, and the only person that has power over that is you. So if you've sat in a chair and said, oh, I'm not very good at doing this thing, or I'm lazy, or I'm not very clever, or those things that you tell yourself, those things matter. So if you don't want to be unfit, is one solution. If you don't want to be staying in bed till midday, then the solution. The solution to all of the character faults that you think you might have, and you can reinvent yourself as many times as you like. No one's going to say anything. It's up to you.
It's true.
It's up to you.
Thank you. So the closing question is about the best advice that you've ever received and the worst advice you've ever received.
The best advice that I've ever received. Oh yeah, I guess that's from my dad. Yeah, but I've held on to. I don't know whether it's the best advice, but I've held on to it, and it's if it's worth doing, then do it well. Don't be doing any half measures. And the reason why I'm not sure whether it's the best advice is because I kind of live by the 80-20 rule, and a lot of people do. So if you're 80% happy, then cool. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I've fought perfectionism, but actually I still believe that if it's worth doing, then actually do a great job. Yeah. Worst advice. I don't know whether it was advice, but I worked for a bank a very long time ago, and I kept going for a promotion and kept getting turned down. And I had kind of an interview, kind of a post you didn't get the job interview, to get some feedback to find out why I didn't get the role. I've no idea. I don't really remember what this woman said to me, but she finished the conversation with this. So this is a white woman. She finished the conversation with, "You go, girl." It was like, oh my dear. And, I just knew this wasn't the space for me. So it's platitudes like that which are meaningless and harmful, and when people start throwing out stuff like that to you, that probably this person hasn't got your best interests at heart. Worst piece of advice is whenever anyone throws something like that at you, it's just like, there's no meaning behind these words.
Well, thank you. My podcast can range from anywhere between 10 minutes and an hour.
Okay.
So something through them. Thank you so much for coming on. I don't know if there's anything that you want to share, social media or anything going on in Coventry, or even tell us about Falls Create.
Yeah, I'd love to tell you about Falls Create. So we're a community arts group based in Foleshill in Coventry, and we meet at 126 Broad Street every week without fail at 10:30 till 12:30. We do something different every week, and this today was so super cool. Today we had a facilitator from Coventry University came and showed us how to do glass slumping and glass fusing. She brought all the equipment. It was so cool. It was so cool. I'll be posting some pictures on the Foleshill Creates Facebook page so people can take a look and see what we've been doing. So we do a lot of stuff that's quite new and exciting, and we do a lot of stuff that's kind of simple and relaxing. But our ethos is everyone is welcome, no matter what your background, your age, gender, we don't care. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is cared for. I think that's really important when you're welcoming of everyone. So, if you're a little bit nervous about doing something new, especially if it's creative, then don't be, because we will look after you. And we provide free workshops, so you don't need any money to come along. We provide all of the materials. We've got a really exciting trip coming up to Warwick Arts Centre next Tuesday to look at and take part in some workshops as part of the Prophecy exhibition being created by Laura from Mwoko. Can I just hold up the leaflet? So if you haven't been, if you haven't been, go and see it. It's very, very cool. And there's a piece of work there by an artist who died in the Grenfell Flat Tower tragedy. And that piece of work has been acquired by Warwick Arts Centre. So go and see that, really, as a memorial to those 72 souls who lost their lives how many years ago? 7 years ago? 5 years
about ago. That. I actually wrote about it from my dissertation.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, on that note, so I guess everything I do is really about leveling the playing field and opening up opportunities for people who might not have them. Because I feel as though it's in my gift to do that, and that's kind of my mission in life. And I'm particularly passionate about getting women who don't have opportunities to open their horizons and think about what might be possible in the future. So Foleshill Creates does that for me in that we have people who didn't think they could be creative being creative, people who didn't think they could earn money from a creative career are making money. We give people that space and time to develop and grow.
It's really cool.
Thank you.
I didn't even know that you guys meet weekly, so I'm gonna just schedule it into my diary now.
Yeah, you should come. You should come. It's
I think I really.
Yeah, it's a really gentle place. It's really sometimes when we're all working away and there's deathly silence, it's just the calmest, nicest place to be. And there's the magic of art, of course, which is the universal language, isn't it? So if you struggle with English, it's no problem. we work out how to communicate with you through art.
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much, Daksha, for coming on. It's been a pleasure, and I really enjoyed this conversation. I even forgot that it's like for you. I was really, really honoured to be asked, Ebony, and it was lovely to chat with you again today. Thank you. And you, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share with anyone who you feel like needs to hear it. And we'll be back with another one.